most shocking thing about today's video is probably not the fact that I'm going after an achievement, something that, frankly, I don't do all that much in videos anymore. What's more shocking is probably the fact that I'm playing unmodded. Anyway, welcome to Manipur, one of the countries of all time that probably existed. I don't know that much about this area. The only animist country in this area. We have a below-average ruler and surprisingly pretty decent ideas, actually. So, quick rundown of Manipur. Again, we're the animist religion. It means that while we have some fairly decent base benefits, we have nothing else going for us. We do have some respectable traditions. Minus 10% shock damage received will be very helpful in the early game. And none of these are exactly bad ideas. They are all somewhat helpful, although 15% fort defense as a final reward kind of sucks, but anyway. Let's not forget that Dharma was the last time India received a major update for all of the content in the area, and still, even then, Manipur didn't get any unique missions, nor can we actually form any countries, so we are locked here with just these default missions. Fortunately, these were, at least some of them I think, updated a little bit. So for example, I mean, 2 promoted cultures gives us a permaclaim on Upper Doab, which is over here, so it's something. Not exactly the best of missions, but I guess it's better than nothing. And as if things weren't bad enough, we're also a tribal kingdom with no feudalism. Yippee! Things may look hopeless for Manipur to start off with, but I think we can figure something out. Fortunately, we do start with a little bit more crown land than most countries, so we can hand out all of our point privileges with no problem. Obviously, we're going to take expansionist zealotry on top of that, and I'm hoping when we summon the diet, we might be able to get a claim on one of these guys, so we can declare war on them instantly. And of course, we don't get to. Okay, cool. We only have 3 possible rivals. We might as well go ahead and rival at least one of them. Maybe not 2, actually. We'll go with 1 for now. Our chances of fighting any allies are 0. Literally 0, so we might as well just get started with spy networks. Both the king and the heir kinda suck, so I'm gonna turn the king into a general. Of course, he's gonna suck a little bit as a general as well, but that's not too bad. No shock pips will make things interesting, at least. I went ahead and hired the free company, and we do have our first claim on Tripura. Now, I didn't actually rival these guys yet. I didn't want them to ally any of the other rivals, and they would have a much easier chance of doing that if I allowed them to. But since we can declare war, we might as well grab that rivalry and get started. And we get a free stability for our trouble, so that's nice. I'll go ahead and bump that up by 1. Easy enough for a first war. However, the other one is going to be, not so easy. We can make friends with Sadia, though, and we can call them in against, well, technically their friend, because they are allied to each other, but that's kind of too bad. They are requesting land. I'm not going to give them any land, but they don't have to know that. In fact, they aren't really much more than a punching bag, but they are okay with that, probably. The great thing about these early game, very easy wars is that you don't even really need to siege someone down to get them out. If they only have a few provinces like this, just grab 2 of them, step on the capital. Simple as that. They'll be willing to leave. And we can only take like 12 ducats, so yeah. Anyway, that'll be enough for me to step back onto this province here. We should have no problem. I kind of hope that they actually end up annexing my ally, because then I can just annex it back from them. It would be kind of funny. They'll leave. Okay, cool. Alright, hunting accident. Lovely. Well, I don't care that much, because, you know, below average air. Okay, allies at low. Hopefully he's gonna peace out. I just don't really want the penalty that I'm gonna have by not giving him anything. And I'm definitely taking everything. There we go. Perfect. That's what I've been waiting for. And it's better than I could have imagined, because they also took the territory. That's perfect. Because now that's mine. Thank you. You can use that to embrace feudalism finally. Grab the mill tech, grab the diplo tech, pour everything up, and yeah, I guess we can sell a few titles. It's not a big deal. Take some land back. And that's the stuff we got from conquering. Now, we were totally in the clear to wait that out because it's not like I could even attack this guy, and I still have a truce with Assam for the next few months. But we have plenty of spy network to grab claims on all of their provinces. And we should be ready for war. The truce is up, the army is ready, and the tech is powerful. I think we can even co-belligerent this guy and grab these 2 provinces as well. No problem dealing with Assam. We're gonna wait for Kosh to move into here. We will be the attacker, unfortunately, but it is what it is. They still stand no chance. Should be a free stack wipe. Okay, maybe this will be a free stack wipe. They're not making things easy for me, but in the end we win just the same. Now, okay, that's a problem actually, because Bengal has sensed the weakness in Kosh and decided to attack. I really don't want them to occupy Assam, because that would be a really big problem for me, so we're cooked. Thank you, Bengal, for being opportunist as always. Something interesting just happened. Manipuri separatists are occupying the capital of Kale, and if they somehow beat the Kale army and siege this province down, then I'll just get these provinces for free. Fortunately, I have a feeling Bengal, is just gonna take that one province, meaning we have no problem. Losing one province in this situation, it's not a big deal. Oh, this could be it. We might actually get these for free. That's beautiful. Man, I didn't even know that was possible. I didn't know... Well, I mean, yeah, we have the culture, same religion. It's possible. I didn't know we had cores there, but I guess we did. Alright, let's grab all this territory. Our next rivals are going to be Ava. Probably Tsang, I guess. Sure. Beautiful air. 643, that's exactly what we needed. Now, this war is going to be a little bit risky. I'm going up against more people. However, I think I might be able to get calm in here. In fact, yeah, if I just wait one more month, I should be able to get them in without requiring any land concessions. That would be nice. Okay, perfect. Still going to be a tough war, but fortunately, this guy's on Tech 3, this guy's on Tech 3. Ava's gonna be a different story. I might actually just be able to focus on Ava, get these guys out of the way maybe. I don't think they'll be able to reinforce on time. There we go. Not the greatest battle, not the worst I've ever fought. With Zenwi, we're gonna pull a similar trick to what we did with these guys up here. Just occupy one of the provinces, my allies standing on the other one. All we have to do is wipe the army. Okay, new developments. Hey there, Bengal, buddy, friend of mine. Oh, okay. I really would have liked to maybe not fight you yet. But okay, how about we sell some titles, get some loans from the Janes. Admittedly, this is going to be a tough one. Not really sure how I'm gonna figure this out, but I'm sure it won't be that bad. I always over-exaggerate how bad things really are. Definitely should have gotten more allies, but I don't think it's gonna be like that bad. We have equivalent tech. As long as I can scorch this earth and walk away, then we can just dance around. We may, unfortunately, be looking at a white piece for these guys, though. Because frankly, I just can't fight these at the same time. Well, it's not exactly a white piece, but we can just give them a little bit of money. They are getting attacked by my rebels, which is wonderful to see. We've picked up another company, so it's not going to be easy. We're losing a lot of money each month, but we're going to have to make this quick. Ah, they just barely got there on the last day to reinforce. Unfortunate. But at least we didn't waste any manpower with that one. In fact, we should be able to go in and immediately wipe this stack. Trying to set up what I would consider to be a pretty big gamble at this point. By making sure we arrive there on the 12th, these guys arrive there on the 13th. They're now locked in. We get there on the 12th. We can scorch Earth, just like that. They're not going to be able to reinforce this. It's not a great battle, but we do outnumber them in the jungle, so hopefully we can get some work done here. Man, it's not an easy war. We can get an easy wipe on this 1k. Another easy wipe on this. Ooh, maybe not an easy wipe on that 1k. Understanding guerrilla warfare in EU4 is not just a skill, it is necessary. Lave lost 26,000 people. We, ourselves, have lost about 10,000. They have no more manpower. We do have a little bit of manpower, and hopefully in the next year we can pick up Miltech 5. Oh, and they just hired a mercenary company, so we need to quickly go ahead and stomp that before it becomes a problem. Okay, that could be a bit of a situation. I don't really want to fight rebels right now. I bet I could probably get them to fight my rebels, though. It's not going to be easy, but we'd have to basically just, like, walk around here. We'll lose a few thousand people, but not nearly as many people as we would have lost. Perfect. Like clockwork. You can get the AI to do anything you want them to do. Sure, we'll fight this battle. It's not a big deal. We can even pick up the next tech for that. There we go. They fought one of my stacks. I defeat another one of their armies. Perfect. We actually do need to clean this up, though. Ooh, maybe. Maybe. There we go. We can also grab a reform. That's going to be manpower, of course. Now, depending on what the anime plans to do, we might be able to siege their capital, which would certainly be interesting. In fact, I'm going to do what they call a pro-gamer strat. I'm just going to take out a bunch of loans like right now, because there's a decent chance that they're going to occupy my entire country, and then I won't be able to get more loans, and therefore I'll go bankrupt, and that would suck. So this will afford us, however much time this counts as. Ooh, this could be perfect. It could be perfect, but it could be a problem. I don't think we can actually assault this right now. But maybe at some point we can. A wall breach, super important. We also got lucky with a wall breach, which is worse because our capital is not as strong as theirs is. In fact, they just got 2 lucky rolls in a row. It might be over for us. It's the AI. You know that 14% is gonna happen. Ooh, maybe not this time. Maybe not. But for sure, they're gonna take this at this point, and that's gonna suck. Oh my god. The siege race is tense. But we did manage to grab it. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be able to get back there in time. We're definitely gonna take that. Yeah, I figured. It's unfortunate, but it's not so bad because our capital is, frankly, it's like not really that well defended. I think we could probably take it back ourselves. Unfortunately, my army is kind of glitched right now. It's just not moving. That is really weird. I don't think I've seen that before. Okay, it's fixed now. Bengal's looking for a white piece at this point, but I don't think we're going to agree. We've just barely now managed to press the advantage, so we're not going to waste it. One of these guys is left. We can move in here, start attacking them. Should be able to maybe wipe that stack. It's up for debate. No wipe, but a decent battle nonetheless. We've grabbed the capital back. We're positive war score. Things are looking up for us. Alright, I might be pushing it more than a little bit with these occupations. The AI is so tunnel visioned on just making sure they grab that province back that I've just been allowed to occupy things pretty much for free. The unfortunate part is that if they take this back, we're cooked, so we're gonna gamble this 14% chance. 14 can't be that bad, right? Surely they wouldn't take a siege on a 14% chance, right? Okay, we get one more month. 28% chance I am not willing to gamble. So, this is where we're gonna leave off this war. We can't beat them, we don't have enough men, even with our allies, plus their generals are too strong for us. Even with the tech advantage, we have no chance. So we're gonna walk away with our spoils of war, which will include all of those provinces, war reparations, and a little bit of money. Maybe not this one, maybe not that one. It's a fort, which is cool, however, kind of like the centers of trade, plus we really need their money. So, war reparations, these things, that's gonna be it for us. Frankly, I should just be happy that I won the war. In hindsight, maybe I should have had them break their alliance with Delhi, because at some point I will have to come back and fight them, but you know, hindsight's always 20/20. Main point is, our loans have changed, so we can have more loans and larger loans. But first, we're gonna go ahead and sell some titles, take some land back, use that to repay the 1% loans. So we can go ahead, take them back out, they're gonna be larger this time. We can use that to repay the smaller loans. So we still are in 550 ducats of debt. But at the very least, we're only paying 1 ducat in interest, but that's actually a quarter of our economy. Don't worry about it, we'll figure something out. In the meantime, our truce with Bengal guarantees we're not going to be declared on by them. So, we can, well, we can't really hire any mercenaries, that's for sure. Well, for a 4-shock general, maybe I can make an exception. We are still kind of recovering from that last war, but it's not a big deal, because I'm sure we can make some kind of a profit off of this war. So let's try it again. King's dead, cool. Regent is in charge, and she's actually quite good. I don't mind that at all. We are going to have a slightly tough battle, but hopefully the general will pull through. There you go. I really do need to build a fort in my capital. It's way too easy for everybody to just walk around. On the other hand, that is letting me get away with a lot of stack wipes. And we can call in an ally, however, I think they also want this land. Oh, they don't want that land. That's surprising. Okay, sure. That works fine with me. It is incredibly important for us to grab Tech 6, even though it's going to be very expensive. Tech 6 basically wins you wars in the early game. Alright, Hisenwi's willing to leave? Perfect. Siege of Ava is complete, and all I really want to do here is break the alliance with Khmer, ask for some money, and we'll be back in a few years. We could do a humiliate, but I kind of don't want to. If the truce lasts too long, then they're just going to re-ally Khmer, which will make this pointless. Okay, and the Queen's dead. That's cool. I mean, we have somebody who somehow has the same stats, which is cool. But that means we can't declare wars for the next 3 years, and honestly, that's fine, considering, yeah, that just wasn't going to happen to begin with. And we know that my ally here has no interest in this land, so even if they are the siege leader, it doesn't matter. Alrighty, that is finally the war over with. We're taking as much money as possible, as much prestige as we can. Probably won't get rid of these claims. Actually, you can get rid of your claims in myself. I'm gonna turn them into a subject. It would be mostly because subjects, they give you force limits, they also hire their own army, that kind of thing. Much more helpful than if we just grabbed it ourselves. Plus, it's a free fort that they pay for. It's level 3, so that's nice. Again, let's sell those titles, see some land back, although We're below 10%, which is not where you want to be, but desperate times call for desperate measures. Might also be looking at getting rid of this alliance with Mongyang, only because we don't have an opportunity to expand at the moment. I'll ask for a few soldiers, just because we have favors, but that's gonna be it. I did run the calculations, and it seems to me like this one province over here is going to be the best in terms of developing an institution. And frankly, we do have to develop the institution. In 25 years, everything's more expensive than it has to be. We might as well get it over with. On the downside, it's going to make it pretty hard to convert this one province. It's going to be really difficult to convert it, but that's okay. We'll at least integrate Bengali culture. We might as well grab Assamese as well. And apparently that... oh, right, okay, that's one of the few missions we do have. Alright, cool. Well, here's an idea, actually. Let's just convert the province first. Let's see if maybe we can get something from the estates. Nope, never mind. It would be the opposite, in fact. They would want us to not convert things. So that's not happening, for sure. New king's in charge. Perfect. A little expensive, but I am going to bump this up by 1. Ironic that the king is tolerant because, yeah, we kind of need you to not be tolerant. It'd be great if he were zealous, actually, but oh well. It's really great when all the rebels decide to coordinate together. At the very least, I don't have to fight those rebels. The conversion is complete. Bengali is an accepted culture, so we should have no problems if we want to move our capital over here. And as an added bonus, it also means we're going to be collecting in our home node, which is now Bengal. So we should be making more money. The Renaissance shouldn't be that expensive to develop, although it is just a little bit more expensive than we have the points for. Alrighty, as the Renaissance. Bengal is also not willing to help even though they did warn us, which is both perfect and a little bit funny because they have 1,200 ducats of debt. Even we don't have that much debt, and they have double our economy. It's a little unfortunate that I am allied to both of the people that are also allied to this guy, but there's not really much I can do about that. I'll just have to ally some other people. The great thing about this war is that we can also use it to enter into calm a little bit. We can grant these provinces to our subject, it'll be no big deal. And we don't even have to worry about sieging this guy down. Our loans are actually quite a bit larger now, so I'm going to take out a few. Not just so I can embrace the institution, although I am going to do that, but also just a few more so I can get rid of the 1%, you know, shuffle the debt around a little bit. We also make a lot of admin power due to our king's stats, so I might decrease a little bit of the inflation. Because, you know, it's a bit of a problem. Hey, 8.7 ducats for free, yippee! I've also been improving relations with Orissa because they've become rather powerful, and I would like to sell them the institutions so I could recuperate at least a little bit of the cost of embracing it. So let's start with something simple like a royal marriage. I don't think we're going to need this guy as an ally, frankly. Instead, we can ally Orissa, and we will offer them knowledge. The main reason is because they're already getting the knowledge anyway. See, they're already, like, getting some in the capital, so we might as well earn some money. The truce is now up with Ava. And we were almost incredibly unlucky because Bengal decided to ally them. Fortunately, Bengal is still incredibly broke, so they're not going to be a problem. In an astounding strategy, Ava's decided to just die, I guess. I mean, good job. Come down to a siege race. I can't really move these troops because they need to help out in this siege for when this happens. 50% chance. Okay, maybe next time. Let's go gambling. Perfect. Ooh, a lot of things happening all at once. Loses stability, not great. New heir, also not great. We'll just go ahead and get rid of that guy. Teach him how to swim and forget to actually teach him. For a first idea group, we don't really have much of a choice. Not a lot of leeway either in terms of what groups we can pick. I think I'm gonna go with offensive again. Even though I know I always take offensive ideas. If offensive ideas weren't meant to be taken every game, then they shouldn't have given me discipline and siege ability, okay? It's not my fault. At last, the capital of Tsang has fallen. Now, I don't think I'm really going to take that much. Maybe this one province. I mean, to be fair, all of this aggressive expansion is just gonna be with this one religion, Vajrayana. So I don't know how much it matters, to be honest. Okay, you know what? I'll be a nice enough guy. Just money, war reps, the single province. We'll come back later. And for Ava, well, see, it's a bit of a mess when it comes to these guys. I could decide to annex them fully, but that would give me all of their tributaries, and I don't know if I actually want all of their tributaries, because I kind of want to invade their tributaries. Not to mention, it's a lot of aggressive expansion, so... 512 heir, honestly not that great, but I just don't have prestige to disinherit him. Fine. Just had to wait until around December so I could finish this peace deal. In theory, Ayutthaya probably won't be able to join, and probably not Lanjiang. Probably. But I guess we'll find out. Now, technically we still have 19.5 crown land, so we can sell that to get a little bit of extra money. Then we wait a day to calculate the crown land from conquering those provinces, and then we can seize the land back. It looks like the prestige we got from that war was just enough to decrease the aggressive expansion, so neither Ayutthaya nor Lanjiang can join the coalition. If I could actually, I would prefer to invade Bengal right now. We do not have a lot of aggressive expansion with them. The truce has been up for a while, they're still on Tech 5, in a lot of debt, and I think I'm gonna be able to find some friends to fight them with. Honestly, I have such little admin right now that probably would be a good idea to take a bit of a break. Maybe we don't actually need to be in a death war every single year of the game. You know, that's a possibility. Besides, we do have a little bit of a coalition. Even if it isn't as bad as it could have been, it's still not great. In fact, I might actually just ask for money from somebody. For the third reform, I guess probably religious society would be better. Our religious unity is, yeah. Ooh, stability. I would very much like a stability. It's incredibly expensive these days. I don't think I've ever actually seen this event. Or maybe I haven't seen it with these 4 options, that's probably why. Well, of course I'm gonna take the Diplo. For a first age ability, it's not like most of the stuff really matters that much. Justified wars, maybe? Although I am kind of broke, so I guess I'll take that. Finally finished dealing with all my rebels, so we can sell a few titles, take a little bit of land back. It looks like Bengal is still on Tech 5, and they're only allied to Delhi, so if I can get Jaunpur and potentially Orissa if they were less broke, I don't know. Well, in any case, I'm sure we can probably deal with Bengal. We have Tech 7. Oh, rivalry from Ming. That's cool. Thanks, guys. Because there's nobody stronger than me in this area, right? Not a single country could be stronger than me. No better suited rival than the player, of course. Anyway, Orissa is looking unlikely to join, but fortunately we have 20 favors with them, which means we can just ask them to join anyway. And I'll just go for the fort up here. Both my allies like me. Perfect. Also, it's a half-cost Diplo guy, so I will take that. Even though I'm losing like 1 billion ducats a month. Oh, free Diplo, thank you. Not really sure what Bengal was trying to cook here. They just went all the way into Tibet, all the way back around, and now they're in here. They lost like 3,500 people doing nothing. Well, see you later then. I'm a little bit busy because I have to make sure I occupy the things that I want. Both my allies would definitely take them if they have the opportunity. As long as I deal this killing blow to Delhi, I'm pretty sure I should get much more war participation. That only matters because I kind of want to take money. Like a lot of money. I am 1.4 thousand in debt, so that would be kind of nice. Only 236 ducats from Delhi, but I can live with it. And from Bengal, I'm thinking of taking these provinces here. This is a center of trade, this is also a center of trade, and this is a fort. Also, I'm going to take maximum money as much as possible, and war reparations just because, well, I'm broke. And on the bright side, it's not even that much aggressive expansion. Also gonna ask Jaunpur for a bit of money because, again, broke. And at the very least, we should be able to pay off some of the smaller loans so that if we take out new ones, at least they'll be larger, so, you know, in theory, less inflation. I'll even pay off the 1% and take out larger 1%. So we still have like 1,000 ducats in debt, but at the very least there's 9 loans instead of like 18. Again, we can sell some titles, take some crown land back, and I'm gonna drop like 1 or 2 dev clicks, just to put us back above 10%. I started focusing on admin. I figure we should probably get rid of all this inflation, so I started bringing it back down. Even if I don't have like a ton of admin points, it's alright. Because frankly, we can't expand anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. Okay, alright. Well, at the very least, if I'm going to get a hunting accident in this video, it's gonna be on like the mid-air. As long as they don't replace him with somebody worse, this is fine. I just had to say something. Of course. Really putting the L in luck today. Yeah, I'm just gonna ask for more money from Jaunpur, actually. Oh boy. Uh-oh. One ally is asking me to attack my other ally. That's a problem. But only kind of a problem, because I do technically need to invade Orissa at some point. Like, technically it's part of the Bengal region, so I do need to own it. Kinda sucks that this is the way I end up breaking my alliance, though. I guess they gave me 1 province, so that's nice of them. Yeah, sorry Orissa. Nothing personnel, kid. But that does mean eventually I'm gonna have to fight Jaunpur too, so that'll be nice. As for the next idea group, I didn't really think this far, and I thought it would be an early achievement, but I guess it isn't. Obviously, religious would make a lot of sense. However, it's not like we're conquering so much territory that I can't convert it, you know? It would be nice, but it's like not really necessary. And on the other hand, diplomatic ideas are nice just for the province war score cost, so I think I probably will take that. Perfect. Okay, so Queen Regency. Nice for this heir who was terrible. We're having a great time. That's cool. What's next? An actual regency? Anyway, let's sell some titles, get some crown land back. And the coalition has dissolved. Perfect. I know I just got rid of this coalition, but we only really have one target to invade right now. That's going to be Mong. The rest are actually tributaries of Pegu, who stepped in and invaded Ava, finally taking the last province. So they got all the tributaries instead of me. Not really sure what to think about that, but it is what it is. Hey, free stability, I'll never pass that up. Oh yeah, forgot about that agenda. I am going to take this stuff, but I think I'm going to pass it off to my subject. I mostly just don't want to core this stuff. Truce with Bengal is up, and I think we should be prepared to fight them. Still Tech 5, by the way. And their ally, Malwa, is only Tech 6. Well, Delhi is Tech 7, but I'm sure we'll be fine. Jaunpur is in a bit of debt, but that's no problem, because I'm just gonna ask them to join the war anyway. Actually, what if I increase trust? Yeah, okay, that does the job. There goes the entire Bengali army. I just have to make sure that I take everything that I want. And yeah, we should probably grab justified wars. Reform number 4. This is something I'm unfamiliar with. Gain 20% manpower recovery speed during war. Reinforced cost is cheaper. And during a defensive war, we gain even more things. Well, we're not really going to ever have a defensive war unless I make a mistake with the coalition. But it's not like the rest of these are that great either. I would just take the 20% manpower recovery speed during every war. That's pretty decent. Uh-oh. That could be pretty bad. Yeah, maybe it's time to get out of there, actually. That is, it looks like the entire enemy army right there, 40,000. We just need money, bit of prestige, war reps, doesn't really matter. Delhi's a pretty similar story. We're just looking for money and war reps, pretty much. I mean, the alliance with Bengal, that would be cool as well. That's pretty much it. And then, from Bengal, we can take all this stuff. Some people might be a little bit upset about it, but it doesn't matter that much. Now we can sell some more titles, take some more crown land back to be just above 10%, and with all that money that we got from those wars, we can finally repay all of our loans. Took a long time to get rid of all that debt, but in the end it worked out. Oh yay, a new king in charge. But at least he has a good heir, okay. Alright, 15 years and this guy's out of there. Or, I mean, if I have the choice, maybe I'll just assign him to the army, actually. Sure hope no accidents happen, that would be terrible. We definitely don't want the careful queen with significantly better stats to be in charge for the next 15 years. That would be... oh boy, what a shame that would be. Now that we have Tech 8, we can also improve our conversion ability. I actually don't remember when they added that, where all the pagan religions have like the opportunity to do that now. I don't know, but it's kind of nice because you have like nothing going for you as animist. I'll take anything. Jaunpur's hostile towards me. Why? I didn't even do anything. What if I increase trust? Okay, there we go. That was weird. Now, this war against Orissa, I can probably handle. I don't think I'm gonna have to bring in Jaunpur. You know, on the downside, yeah, I don't think we're going to really get a lot of this territory. Just took way too long to siege that fort. But it's okay, because I only have, like, 31% of the war score, meaning we can sit here for as long as it takes for Vijay to leave, and we won't get call for peace. Unless they decide to surrender to us, in which case, everything would suck. Okay, there you go. Surprising number of tags popped out of here for seemingly no reason, and all of them are guaranteed by Vijay, so they're guaranteeing 5 countries that they popped out. And like, yeah, that kind of sucks, because I need that territory. I can't have you out here guaranteeing all of them for the next 20 years. That's kind of annoying. I think they did that specifically to spite me. Like, they didn't want this territory, so they're like, yeah, release it. Make sure Manipur can get it. Oh, okay, never mind. Apparently, these aren't enforced by a truce. Or maybe that's just something the player has to deal with? I don't know. Well, if I can get a claim on these, then that's free land, I guess. Coalition is actually kind of bad. Only because of Vijay, but that's not a big deal, because we just need to wait like 1 month. Now it's December, it's going to take a little bit for them to actually create a coalition, so it's not a big deal. Because now nobody should be able to actually create a coalition. Random war against Muar, sure, not a problem. They seem super easy to invade. But before I do that, of course, we need to sell titles, take some land back. And I guess we can upgrade like one of these centers of trade. Like that one, that's fine. Maybe this one too. Alright, go ahead. Little countries down here are going to start allying each other, so before they do that, or you know, just becoming subjects, that's cool. Yeah, so before that happens, I'm just gonna go ahead and invade them. Yoink! There we go, we finally integrated our subject. And our name's looking pretty big. It means that we're, for the most part, winning. I think Ming is still technically winning more than we are because their name is bigger, but we're getting there. It's pretty Oh, we can also start a golden era. Perfect. I'll go ahead and do that. As for an ability, well, we kind of have nothing. I guess this will do. Sure. Yoink. Alright, this should be the last one. Random OPM, you can just leave, that's fine. And yoink. Okay, sure. Oh, I didn't even notice Saragyo gear. You know, I did a world conquest as these guys once. Glad to see they're doing pretty alright. Age of Reformation. Let's not forget to turn off war taxes. Oh wow, the truce with Bengal is up already. Well, I have a feeling Jaunpur might pull something, so I'm just gonna declare the war immediately. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't just... Yeah, okay. Alright. Whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go to war with them anyway, it doesn't even matter. Okay, so let's go ahead and sell some titles, take some land back. We're gonna use that money to raise an army to go to war with Vijay, because I need some of their territory. And then I guess while we're at war with Vijay, I'll just break the alliance with Jaunpur and eventually come back to take this stuff. I think that will be the achievement. Pretty much. Oh, except technically I do need to convert the whole thing, right? So, okay, let's do this. I can't have anything. I can't have anything. Really? You... seriously? You know what, actually? I don't take orders from you. Go ahead. Join the war. Let me bump up trust with Jaunpur a little bit. I need a little bit more Diplo rep, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab religious diplomats. Free Diplo rep. Wait, I can't ask them to prepare for war while we're at war? I can't call them in like that? That's weird. Well, it may or may not be a big deal. It kind of depends. We'll grab the next Miltech. I can improve trust at least twice. That would still be a problem though, yeah. Let me use this as a chance to decrease their opinion of Vijay. Because then maybe they won't like them, and if they don't like them, then they will actually help me in this war. That would be nice. That's one siege done. Perfect. Now, fighting Ming wasn't exactly on my list of things to do for today. I let them join the war because I don't think they're going to be that big of a deal. It's not like they have huge mandate or anything. They're going to fight like pretty evenly, I suppose. They have no manpower, and the only way for them to enter the country is through like the mountains, so it's going to take them a while anyway. Just see if I can bait the enemy into this. I did scorch it. Oh, but they still move faster. Okay, that's weird. Well, it wasn't so bad. Plus, I somehow managed to split up their entire army, which is cool. We do fight just a little bit better than Vijay, not much. That's not gonna look very good. How about we just leave that battle, actually? That's fine. If only we could get 150%. Just like literally a coin flip. That's all we need. A single coin flip in our favor. Just one. Just one, please. A single coin flip. It can't be that hard to get a single coin flip. Please? Please? You know, if you flip enough coins, in theory, one should be heads, right? It's not like all 6 of them should be tails. Okay, well, we can call in Jaunpur. Perfect. Okay, war's been won. We're fine. I have to admit, they did have me worrying for a second there, but we're alright. Okay, it only took 6 coin flips, but we did get heads eventually, so we're good. Ming is already at medium. They don't really want to fight this war. I think they were imagining that they just threatened the war and I would immediately cave because they're Ming. And like, yeah, that's kind of reasonable, but I know they don't want to be here. I know they don't want to be wasting manpower in this war. Malwa also really doesn't want to be here, so we'll just take money, war reps, break alliances, I guess. Doesn't really matter. Actually, no, that's fine. That's a weak alliance. Well, this might actually be a good battle. Maybe. Well, not terrible at least. Okay, dude is dead. We have a queen regency in theory. Or actually, no, I guess he's of age now. Okay, nice. An actually decent ruler. Now, about this mess we're in. Ming is at 10, meaning like they might leave if we pay them, possibly. But like they really want to take stuff. So they wouldn't betray their ally for gold, but they would for like 3 provinces in Tibet. And, you know, I could consider that, but I think I'm just going to take the war gold back, and then I think we'll be fine. Okay, fine. If we have to do this the hard way, then I guess we'll do this the hard way. Peace offer from Vijay? Nah, I don't think so. Really just gotta get Ming out of this war, so, yeah, we're gonna keep going a little bit. I mean, Ming has lost like 91,000 men. Although I guess that doesn't really matter, you know, they're Ming. They don't care that much. But Ming, fortunately, is only asking for like a couple weird things. I'm just gonna give him like a little bit, I guess, because I don't care that much. This stuff up here, well, might as well just be like handcrafted to trade in a war with Ming. Because I just don't care about it that much. You want 12 development, buddy? Yeah, you can have it. And the offer peace system has always been weird to me because you can just like sometimes get rid of something that they do want and then they accept the peace deal. I don't know how this works. Okay, sure. Pay them less money, get out of jail free card. Cool, I guess. There we go. I will pay you to screw off. Thank you. Main point is we're back in the war and we're gonna stomp on Vijay because I have big plans for this territory. Free stability, perfect. See how easy this war would have been if it weren't for Ming? Some people just can't mind their own business, I swear. Invading India is so much nicer when you don't have a great power breathing down your neck. Alrighty, this is the peace deal. I told you I had big plans for this. I know I'm not gonna necessarily play beyond this, but I might. It is slightly too much overextension, so I'm gonna go ahead and release a vassal, actually. And that's gonna be Madurai, because I do have a couple of extra cores I can reconquer. Reform number 5. You get to pick between mostly core creation cost and a little bit of governing capacity. The thing is, we're gonna lose this governing capacity pretty soon once we become a steppe horde. And that would kind of suck. Same with the core creation cost, but the difference is that I don't want to, like, overspend governing capacity without realizing it. So I'll just take this. Finally, we finished both offensive and diplomatic ideas, giving us our policy. And at this point, considering how expensive it would be to take the next military tech, it would probably be a good idea to spawn the next institution. And it just so happens we have some pretty great places to work with. So let's start developing this province. Because we've been doing a little bit of developing, we can sell some more titles, see some more crown land back, and maybe even pay off a loan or two. Alright, this guy is going to be a little bit expensive, but come on. Missionary strength, kind of necessary at this point. Remember how I said I haven't been conquering more land than I can convert? Well, that's kind of changed, hasn't it? Well, there you have it. Colonialism. It is definitely going to take some time to spread, but on the bright side, our capital is very large and shares a sea tile with this province. So at least that should be done in no time. Of course, Ming has to go and collapse after I fight them. Okay, that's cool. You know what, actually? Go ahead. You deserve that. So if Ming actually is collapsing right now, and, you know, it kind of looks like maybe they are, then we could try to go to war with them again, this time just to grab a little bit of money. Of course, I would just like to declare war on Bahmanis. They're allied to a few people, including Ming. And I think that if we just, you know, full occupy them, we'd be able to do a couple things in Ming. Maybe. So with that being said, let's get started. Okay, I guess Ming would technically leave automatically. I feel like it's gonna stay that way for a while though, so clean wipe. Perfect. Ming is still very preoccupied at the moment. Zhang can leave, that's not a problem, but I might just go ahead and take my core back. Thank you. Of course, our first pick in the Age of Reformation is going to be Religious Wars. Combos super well with Diplomatic, so we can take quite a few provinces if we feel like it. Did a little bit of developing just to get above 20% crown land so I can sell a little bit. And in tandem with grabbing that crown land, I'm also going to take out at least one loan once I have, I don't know, maybe 1 or 2 more provinces with the institution. It's completely over for Bahmanis at this point. Karakoyunlu still in the war, but I'm sure they'll leave at some point. We don't even have to do anything. Ming, however, in a truly commendable, admirable act of dedication to ruining my day, they've decided to, instead of fighting their rebels, send the only army they have to siege one of my forts. That's incredible. That's truly some dedication right there. You gotta hand it to them. Personally, I don't think I could ever be this dedicated of a hater. All that aside, I will take out that loan now. Or maybe 2 loans. Going to quickly embrace the institution so I can grab these techs real quick, because, yeah, I can get quite a few techs. Yeah, I've just kind of been sitting on those for a while. I'm also going to pick up another idea group, which of course is going to be religious, since we are meant to convert things. And we are now, I think, actually outpacing our ability to convert. Of course, embracing the institution has now made us a great power. Convert religion in a single province to Sunni, or gain a free stability. Wow, gee, I wonder which one. You might be reasonably thinking, like, Corbett, what's the point of invading Ming right now? I mean, sure, they're collapsing, so that's always a nice opportunity, but, like, what's actually the point? And, well, the point is, I gotta collect on that loan that I gave him a few years back. Remember that? I gave him a bunch of money for... I don't remember what reason. That was weird, you know? That was just straight out of nowhere. I don't know why I did that, but, you know, I gotta collect on that money at some point, right? Can't let him keep it forever. So, I gotta take those cores back, and I have to take the loan that I gave them back. It's just business, you know, it is what it is. Okay, I do have a few of my own problems, and I'd say it's pretty safe that Ming's just gonna collapse from now on, so I don't care that much. In fact, I would prefer to peace out before they fully collapse. I don't know how long they've had this guy in their capital, so I don't want to just explode underneath me. That would kind of suck. So instead, I'm just gonna take money for the most part. These provinces, they really don't mean much to me. Main point is that I want money, because, you know, I gotta charge interest on that loan, right? And at the very least, declaring war on Ming means that my cores will be refreshed for as long as I'm at war. It's going to be 50 years, so it doesn't really matter. If I feel like it, I can come back for that 12 development later. But for now, you know, having a total 1,700 ducats from this, I'd say is pretty sufficient compensation for the last war we had. Also, the war reparations, that's pretty nice. And it's safe to say, considering the amount of devastation they just received, that they are probably not going to recover from this. So that's nice. Anyway, I can repay, I think, most of my over 1% loans. All of them, actually. Nice. So now interest is a single ducat, not a big deal. Oh, right, and of course, you know, we just finished the war with Bahmanis, so I can take whatever I like, which will be, I guess, this stuff. It's pretty much everything I can even get my hands on, because, you know, Jaunpur did go ahead and occupy a few things that I wanted to take. Kinda sucks, not the end of the world, though. Yoink! And again, I'll just release a subject from this, because why not? And you can have a few provinces. Since Ming is not going to be a problem for us anymore, I think I'm just going to break my lines with Jaunpur, because, you know, we do have to go to war with them in about 5 years, and that's going to pretty much finish up the achievement. I haven't quite finished converting all this stuff over here, but I'm sure in the next 5 years I'm going to, so might as well take care of it now. Yeah, there goes Ming. So we actually pieced out at the perfect opportunity. So Jaunpur, I'm going to ask for a little bit of money, because I'm kind of sleazy that way. Then we'll break the alliance. And I'll even go one step further. I'm going to try to ally his rival. And I could actually, if I wanted to, and I kind of do... Well, actually, I could rival Ming. Ming's gonna fall apart. They will no longer be a rival, because I'll overshadow them. Then I'll get free power projections. So, we'll start with Ming. Then when Ming's fully collapsed, we'll swap it over to Jaunpur. I have the opportunity to do the funniest thing imaginable. I could declare war on Vijay. Ah, Ming would just barely say no. But I would have the opportunity to go to war and steal more money. But alas, I was too late. It is what it is. I guess we already are at printing press at this point, right? That makes sense. I think I'm gonna go ahead and preemptively spawn this one before I actually, like, really need to. Because technically, you know, I could take the next tech for each diplo and military. I just don't really want to. So, instead I'm gonna develop the institution. Specifically, I'm going to develop it right here. Although I think it would pay to, instead of accepting Assamese culture, instead accept Oriya culture, if I plan to develop this province. Actually, before I do that, I should sell titles, because the less crown land you have when you sell titles, the more money you get. And then I'm going to develop all the way back 10% crown land. And then I can use that money to finally repay all of my loans. And we actually have a fairly decent economy at this point. That's mostly because I've actually been able to convert things. When something isn't converted, it's like working at 60% efficiency, and then there's also the autonomy modifier, so... In terms of great powers, I am definitely one of the weakest in terms of economy. Turns out I also need to give away a little bit of crown land for governing capacity. I didn't even notice, so let's do that. I'm having a bit of change of heart about loans, actually. Because my new loans are much larger than my old loans, so if I take out new loans from the Jains, then of course they're larger, and I can use that money to actually improve my economy. Like, I'm paying 1.4 in interest, but I got like 1.7 thousand ducats or something, and I can definitely make that back and more. There we go, that's the printing press, nice and easy. Alliance offer from Korea. Okay, sure. So, surprisingly, Ming's kind of winning that war, which kind of sucks, because I kind of want them to not win that war. And they're losing a ton of mandate, but they're getting a bunch of events that are just letting them float the mandate anyway. I think they were at like 40 or something, but just free 25 mandate, that's cool. Just, it is what it is. I still don't think they're going to survive, so it's not a big deal. But it does mean that they're going to join the war that I'm going to have against Vijay, which I think is fine, because I'm pretty sure Vijay is kind of carrying them anyway. So, yeah, let's just declare war, why not? This one will be Reconquest. Maybe I'll take a few extra things, who knows. Maybe I'll just take money. I'll figure it out. Oh, I can call Delian, that's nice. Yeah, sure, why not? Sorry, I was just hiring a guide, not even paying attention. Okay, cool. I kind of wanted them to have siege, but this works. That's okay. Prospering times, okay, let's see. Will it be a desert? Will it be a jungle? Will it be a coastal desert? Who knows? Jungle. I knew I could count on it. Well, the province kind of sucks. So, trade power, I guess. Although, wait a second, no, that's in Burma. I'm so stupid. Okay, whatever, it doesn't matter. Please let this be a stack wipe. Please let it be a stack wipe. It would be so funny. Ah, tragic. So, Malwa, I don't care about. It's a super weak enemy, so we'll just let them siege that down and then be on our way. I'm gonna go ahead and fight Ming. I'm just gonna let Delhi deal with Vijay for me. Alright, thank you, Malwa. Let's go. I haven't gotten this chance in a really long time. But having our guy be a scholar means instead of losing his stability, we get free 20 admin. It's one of the more niche things out there, but really glad it exists. I really think that I just don't understand the mandate system, because every time I look back at Ming, they have like 5 or 10 or 15 more mandate than the before, but they have like negative ticking value. So either I don't actually know how the mandate works, or like, events are crazy. I don't know. Okay, so I just witnessed the mandate go from like 70, 85, and then 95, and now it's at 24. I don't know what's happening in Ming, but at least it's at 24 now, so that's okay. Anyway, all I want from Ming, again, is just money. I don't care about these provinces. I'll come back for them later if I end up caring. But yeah, that's like a solid 1.2 thousand ducats plus whatever war reps they have before they completely collapse. So, thank you. With that money, instead of embracing the institution or paying off my loans, I could do either of them. But, you know, the institution could spread a little bit more, so I'm not going to accept it yet. Instead, I'm going to spend it on buildings. Ooh, there goes the south. Yep, Ming's finally finished for. And honestly, good. Not only have I been preying on their downfall, but I've been actively participating in it, so... and they're bankrupt. Ah, this is great. And even better, I get to finish this war and take a bunch of land. It's a little bit disgusting, but don't worry, there's a reason for it. I just want all the centers of trade, pretty much. Would take their capital, but it's more expensive, of course, because it's the capital, so I'll take those two instead. And of course, it is technically a reconquest war, so this stuff will go to my subject. Other than that, war reps, money so I can pay off my loans or take the institution, whatever I feel like, and we're good to go. Also, weirdly enough, I can just see South America. Alright then. Alright, I'm gonna take out about one, maybe 2 loans. Yeah, 2 loans. I'm gonna embrace the new institution. And then whenever I have the chance, I'm just gonna grab the next Miltech as well. Okay, I've curried just enough favors with Delhi to get them into this war right now. They are looking a little bit weak, but unfortunately for them, I just have to use them as a punching bag. I'm really sorry, man. It is what it is. Ah, you're already at war. Damn it, I hate how that works, doesn't it? Okay. Well, how about we bump up that trust a little bit? Main point is, I have to start this war, pretty much. That's the main point. So we're gonna call in Uzbek. They're not gonna do much, but they can try something for the time being. I'm just not gonna give Delhi land. I kind of want to keep them as an ally a little bit for like the next maybe 10 years. So we'll see if we can just bring them in later, who knows. There we go, now we can call Delhi in. But before I do that, I'm just going to make sure that I have everything that I want in my interest. Just because there are a couple of trade centers that I want to make sure I grab. Everything else though, be my guest. Please let this be a stack wipe, it would be so funny. Man, no stack wipes. Getting pretty unlucky today. There we go, Ming's no longer a valid rival. Unfortunately, I didn't grab Jaunpur as a rival, and I should have. Even though we're gonna have 100 power projection for the next, like, 20 years or whatever. I don't know, it would have been nice. So, Arakan, I'm just gonna fully annex them. They are allied to Ayutthaya, and that's kind of annoying, so I just don't want to deal with that at all. Now, I did wait a little bit longer than I had to for this peace deal, because I'm gonna do something very special. We're on our final reform, and we're a tribe. Meaning, if we wanted to, and I do, we can become a horde, which is coincidentally, but not actually coincidence, because this was the plan the entire time. It is an achievement to start as an Indian tribe and become a horde. The achievement's called Ganges Khan, because, you know, it's like the Ganges, the river. Funny pun. Anyway, we're gonna grab this, because being a horde is cool, and also because it, like, gives us a ridiculous number of benefits that we just don't get for being a regular tribe. Like, to start off with, -5 years of separatism. That's pretty nice to have when you're just about to finish a war. So, let's go ahead and grab that. That finishes off the Ganges Khan achievement. It has also, decided to... Right, yeah, because we don't have the estates anymore. So we lost the governing capacity, that makes sense. Again, not a big deal because... Well, I mean, first of all, we can just sell titles, that's neat. But also, again, it's not a big deal because we can simply take the next admin tech. And the biggest problem is just that I have these as expanded provinces, so I'm just going to reduce the infrastructure a little bit. I'm not going to develop them any further, so it's not a big deal if I do this. But there we go, now we're under governing capacity, I can take all the land that I wanted, just like this. And immediately we've become a pariah, of course. But that's not a big deal because we're a horde, so who's gonna stop us really? We can go ahead and raise all of this territory back down, which will make it a little bit easier for us to core. It's not gonna be possible for us to core everything, but we can core a decent amount. Just to make things a little bit easier, I'm gonna release another vassal. That will be Garha. Alright, perfect. Gonna take out a couple of loans. Gonna repay these 1%. I shouldn't have done that, because, yeah, I can't get them back. I'm so dumb. Okay, anyway, gonna take out more loans. Only because I need to start building some courthouses. It's kind of important. And with that final province converted, that's the achievement. Animal Kingdom and Genghis Khan. I did just spend those last few years doing pretty much nothing. Stabilizing the country, stabilizing the economy, that was a big thing. Oh, and also, because we're already a horde, I'm pretty sure this will allow us to just, like, grab the raising power gain. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so we get the raising power gain, steppe nomads. Perfect. Now, if I wanted to, again, theoretically, possibly, make a part 2 to this, where I take the rest of India and invade China, then that would be kind of useful, you know, to have additional power from raising. But that's a big maybe. A maybe that might rely on 2,500 likes. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. This is definitely going to be a bit of a longer one because I'm playing until 1570. I very rarely do that. So if this video was an hour long, my apologies. I hope you had some popcorn with you. You'll be pleased to know that we actually are the number 5 great power, which is not too bad. We're up to date on institutions. I'm just finishing off the last part of the religious ideas, and then I'll be up to date on technology pretty quickly as well. The big bottleneck right now is governing capacity, so I might just feed a lot of vassals while I build a ton of courthouses. But that's for next time. If you're new here, you might want to, I don't know, drop a subscription. It's free. It's a good idea, I think. And also, if you've stuck all the way to the end, I want to thank you very much for watching the entire video. But for now, this is Corbett, signing off, and as always, have a fantastic day. Big shout out to the patrons for this month. All these people receive early access to videos, so if you want to yourself, it is literally just $1. If you want to donate more, you can, but you don't really have to. I would like to give a special thank you to those people, though, including Erica, Baby Cow, Le Quebecer, Nick Steffel, Cubrute, AG Forero, Ben Motram, Quiet Guy, Torvalved, Ambient Cyan, James Levy, Luke78776, and Robert.